let's get going. Welcome to, oh, we have someone else. We have May and Bowie. Awesome. Um, Welcome to our Grow with Go series. I'm going quickly just because we got started a little bit later than usual. Um, oops. Oh, before we get moving, just a quick reminder of what else GoGo offers. So, in addition to these classes, you can access rides, meals, groceries, medication delivery, and home services, all by calling one number. And that phone number is 855-464-6872. We also have a referral program. So if you go to the bottom of your GoGo receipts, there is a code. If you give that code to a friend, once they've taken their first service with GoGo, you will both receive $30 in credit. So a pretty big win-win. It's changed. It used to be $10 in credit, and now it's $30 in credit. So if you know someone who would benefit from any of our services, including these classes, let them know. Give them the code. We also have a Facebook group, so if you ever want to continue any of our conversations online, you can find us on Facebook, and we'll share a link to the Facebook page in the chat. All right, if we haven't met, I'm Aedra. I teach the yoga and the functional fitness classes here at GoGo. Our yoga class is a primarily seated class, and our functional fitness class is primarily standing and more challenging, whereas the yoga is more stretchy and meditative. So just know that we have both options if you want something different. What do you need today? So for chair yoga, all you need is your body and a chair. I like a sturdy chair without armrests that doesn't roll around, but grab whatever you have. If all you have is an office chair, or just because like your desktop is by your desk, that's fine. As long as you're being safe and conscious that, oh, if you're on a rolly chair, it's going to move. So just make sure you feel safe and steady. Let's see. We're going to kind of be mixed up with moves of the week. It's Friday, so there's no move of the week, but I realized I wasn't here on Wednesday, so we'll figure that out when Wednesday comes. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oh, we have a couple other people saying hi here in the chat. We have DJ in Houston, but from Long Beach. Awesome. And we have Annette in New Jersey. Great. Okay, all over the place, all over the US today. Okay, so I probably just popped up. Oh, someone's asking what happened Wednesday. So usually we have class on Wednesday, and so funny. Zoom just like, if I move my thumbs in a certain way, it gives thumbs up. I feel like I need to hold my hands behind my back. Wednesday I was out of town. So there was no class, and Carol was not available. I believe you received an email letting you know that I was out. Usually Carol would cover, she just must have been out of town as well. Okay, so I popped up nice and big. If I didn't, you have to adjust your settings. We can't always override your settings. So the way you would do that is you're gonna move your cursor to the top right-hand corner of your Zoom screen. There will be a box that pops up. The box will say view. You pick speaker view if you want to see me nice and big, or gallery view if you want to see everybody else. All right, find your seat. Let's take some big circles with the torso. If you have questions during class, you can just take note of them in your head. You can put them in the chat, but just know that I will not see it until the end of class. And we'll have time at the end of class to answer any questions you might have. Go ahead and circle the other way. Come back to center. Let's do some shoulder rolls forward. So just a reminder that this is your time and your practice. So if you ever need to add something or subtract something or take a break, please listen to your body. Shoulder rolls go the other way. Big shoulder rolls back. So just being responsible for your own safety and enjoyment. So feeling free to adjust so that this feels right for you. Let the shoulders relax. Let's just gently rotate the head, no, looking right and left. And then nod the head, yes, looking up and down. And back to center. Let's bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Let's side stretch the neck. Pause for a moment, few breaths. And then left ear to left shoulder. And then back to center. Let's go ahead and close the eyes or let your gaze soften to the ground. And just take a few moments to tune into your breathing. Notice where you feel the breath in your body today. And see if you can slow the breath down just a little bit. Finding slightly longer inhales and longer exhales. And then from this space of quiet, take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Maybe there's something you'd like to cultivate, like flexibility or calm, a sense of groundedness, ease, whatever it is. Go ahead and set that for yourself now. And then you can either keep your eyes closed or open. We're going to start to give ourselves a little massage. Let's start by the temples. So taking your fingertips to your temples and just doing a few circular motions here. You can stay close to your temples or you can start to move back onto the head. So it can feel really nice to massage the head. If your glasses are in the way, you can always move them. You can go up and down, side to side, or draw circles. You could start to go to the top of the head or gently pull your hair. We're just massaging the head in whatever way feels good. You could do sort of claw-like motions, sort of waking up the head, making it feel nice. And then let's move down to the jaw. So going kind of the front, in front of the ears or to your jaw. You can do again circular motions, or you could be running your hands down. And then moving to your neck and shoulders, whatever feels good here. Just sort of warming up. You can give yourself a few squeezes or taps or just putting pressure in one spot. All right, and then let's let that go. Let's inhale, open up the arms, lift the chest. So it's kind of a back bend here. Sternum is moving towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round the back. Give yourself a hug, wrapping the arms around yourself. We inhale, open up the arms. And then exhale, we round the back and give yourself a hug. Keep going at your own pace. I'll give you a side view. You don't need to move. It's just so that you can see the movement from another angle. Move at your own pace. And then go ahead and come back to center. Let's go into a little twisting. Let's inhale, rotate the spine one way, either way. And then exhale, twist the other way. So for this first set of twists, I want you to let your pelvis move a little bit. So you can let your legs move as you twist. You're almost thinking about everything's twisting. You're trying to twist as far as you can, letting the lower body be involved. And then come to center. And now we're going to try and keep the lower body from moving. So you're going to imagine you're squeezing maybe a pillow between the legs. If you have a pillow right next to you, you could put it between your legs. So you want to make sure that your knees don't slide forward and back. So the legs are going to stay very still as now we twist. Now you'll feel like you can't twist as far when you don't let your lower body move. But we're twisting right and left. So same thing, inhale, twist one way. Exhale, twist the other way, imagining that you're squeezing something between the legs. All right. And then making your way back to center. Let's heel to our feet a little bit wider now. So you're going to move into a nice wide stance. You might need to either scooch forward towards the front edge of the chair or back. Just depends on your chair and the length of your legs. Whatever position you're in, make sure your feet are touching the ground. So I don't want any dangling feet. So if you need to, you can make this stance more narrow. We'll start with a little side bending. So I'm going to bring my arms behind my legs, but just depending on where your legs are, you might prefer them in front. So I'm taking my hands behind my legs. I'm going to side bend. So reach one hand down towards the ground as the other arm reaches towards the ceiling. So side bend, move through center and switch sides. If you want to add your breath, so from center, we inhale into the side bend. Exhale, come up. Inhale, side bend the other way. Exhale, coming up. Keep going. And we'll go ahead and make our way back to center. Pause for a moment. Now we're going to hold the side stretch. So we'll bring the right hand to the right thigh and then bend that right elbow, start to lean to the right. You can stay here with the elbow bent, or if you prefer, you could bring that forearm to the thigh. Or if you have an armrest, you could put your forearm on the armrest. So just finding whatever position works for you to hold this stretch. Make sure both hips are on the ground. So don't let that left hip lift up. We want to keep it down so that you can stretch into the waist. Then from there, if it feels okay with the shoulder and the arm, you're going to reach that left arm all the way over. Now, instead of reaching just for the ceiling, now you're going to reach towards that wall, that side wall, or maybe where the wall meets the ceiling. So we're getting a little bit more side stretch. If that's too much, get rid of the arm. Do something else with the arm. That's totally fine. So you still get plenty of stretch if your arm is up to the ceiling, or even down, you'll get some waist stretch. So know that you have options. Few more breaths. And then lift your torso back up. Pause for a moment. Just notice the difference right to left. And then we go to the other side. So leaning to the left, pushing onto that left thigh with your left hand. You can have a straight arm, or you can start to bend your elbow to increase that side bend or that stretch along the right side of the waist. You can have your elbow bent straight, or forearm can find an armrest, or your forearm can find your thigh. Again, making sure that that right hip stays down. So don't let it lift off the chair. You want both hips on the chair. Your free arm can stay down or reach up towards the ceiling, or all the way overhead, reaching towards the opposite wall. Think about breathing into your rib cage and waist. So breathing into the side of the body that you are stretching. You might feel the stretch intensify or increase as you inhale. Go ahead and lift yourself back up to center. Hands on your thighs. Lean forward. Let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. I'll give you a quick side view here. So we're keeping those legs wide, but we're letting our torso lean forward. And when you lean your torso forward, the shoulders will creep up towards your ears. And then we'll let the right shoulder dip forward as we bend the left elbow, twisting to the left. And then center. And then we switch sides. So left shoulder dips forward, that right elbow can bend, twist to the right. And one more time each side. Right shoulder comes forward, we twist. And left shoulder comes forward. And come back to center. Let's sit up tall. Let's bring those feet back towards each other. Let's move our attention to our feet for a moment. So just alternating some gentle heel raises here. So toes stay down, ball of the foot stays down. The heel lifts and lowers. So the front third of the foot stays on the ground as the back 2/3 lift. You're welcome to continue like this, or if you want to move into some marching, you'll lift your foot completely off the ground, thinking about moving from that thigh. So it's that thigh bone moving in the hip socket that will lift the leg. All right, and then let's go ahead and stretch that right leg forward in front of you. So we have now a straight right leg and a bent left knee. I'm giving you a side view just so you can see better. You don't need to move. And then we're going to point and flex the foot a few times. So we're just still moving through that ankle. So straight right leg, a bent left knee. And we're pointing and flexing that right foot. Let's go ahead and flex the foot so the toes are towards the ceiling, or this is called dorsiflex. And we'll inhale, lean forward. Feel the stretch intensify. Now, as you lean forward, see if you can keep your spine long so that the hinge is happening at the pelvis level or at the hips. And then sit tall. So you're not rounding the back like a cat pose. We're keeping the spine nice and long. So we inhale, lean forward, feel the stretch intensify. Exhale, sit tall, back away from the stretch. So keep going here at your own pace. Noticing the sensations in your body here. And then next time you're forward, go ahead and pause and decide where you want to hold the stretch. You could hold the stretch sitting tall. You could hold the stretch leaning forward, bracing yourself on your hands. You're also welcome to bring your left forearm to your left thigh and reach that right hand down your leg a little bit more. So you decide how low you go. If you want, you're also welcome to let your head drop so you can let your neck relax. Go ahead and lift yourself back up. Rebend that right knee. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Just shake it off. And let's go to the other side. So left leg stretches forward. We have a straight left leg, a bent right knee. We're still sitting towards the front edge of our chair. Let's move through that left ankle. So point and flex the left foot. Next time your toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, go ahead and pause in that nice flexed position. Moving from the hips. So we inhale, lean forward, feel that stretch intensify along the back of that straight leg, and then exhale, sit tall, back away. So keep going here at your own pace, forward and back. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and hold the stretch. So you could hold the stretch, bracing yourself on your hands, sitting tall, elbows can be bent or straight, or your forearm, your right forearm could find your right thigh. Notice where you feel the stretch and the intensity of the stretch. And maybe if the stretch changes as you stay in the pose. As you're ready, go ahead and lift yourself back up. Rebend that left knee. Gently windshield wiper your knees side to side. Let's give our legs a little break. And we'll bend the elbows 90 degrees. Palms face up. Our hands are in front of us. We'll inhale, externally rotate those shoulders. So it's that arm bone moving in the shoulder socket. Thumbs start to reach back behind us. You're still keeping those elbows bent 90 degrees. Those upper arms are still close to your rib cage. And then we'll exhale, bring the hands back towards each other. So inhale, externally rotate, thumbs reach back, palms face up to the ceiling, 90-degree bend in the elbows, and then hands come forward again. Keep going at your own pace. So as always, don't worry about my speed or anybody else's speed. We're just rotating through those arms. All right, next time those thumbs are reaching back and the fingers are out to the side, let's go ahead and hold that few breaths. Then go ahead and straighten your arms out to the side. Palms are still facing up. Arms are kind of in a T position without moving your rib cage. So think about this as a shoulder or arm exercise. You're going to move those arms back behind you a little bit, right? It's not going to necessarily go that far. I'll give you a side view of this. So the arm can be a little forward to start, and then I'm moving my arms back behind me without moving my ribs. So there's a difference between moving my arm back versus moving my chest back. Right, so we're just moving those arms back. And then go ahead and release. Hands come to the thighs. We'll start to bend the elbows, leaning forward. You can stay on your hands with the elbows slightly bent. Or if you prefer, you could bring your forearms to your thighs. Or maybe even the hands find your feet. But if you go that low, make sure you feel safe and that you can come back up. Feel free to let your head relax if that's comfortable and safe on your body. Focus your attention on your back body. Breathe into your back. Couple more breaths. And then go ahead and lift your torso back up. Take your time. Once you're sitting tall, couple shoulder rolls forward, couple shoulder rolls back. Let the shoulders relax. Let's bring the thumbs towards the palms and wrap the fingers around. So you're basically making a fist, but your thumbs are on the inside. Keeping the thumbs on the inside, we'll do some circles with the wrists, one direction, whatever feels good here. And then circles go the other way. Then relaxing the wrists, let's interlace the fingers and push the palms forward, stretching those forearms. So I have my hands about shoulder height, but if that's not comfortable, you can always have your hands lower or higher. 3 deep breaths. And release the hands, shake them off. All right, we're moving to standing for a couple of poses in standing. If you don't want to stand, feel free to stay seated, do some stretches, do some movements in seated. If you are up for standing, go ahead and come on up. I like to get behind my chair. So if you can, get behind your chair. If you can't, find a wall, find a table, find something to hold on to. I'm going to move sideways so that you can see better. You do not need to move sideways. You can just keep facing your screen. All right, let's start with that upside down L pose or chair dog. So hands on your support. Walk yourself back until your hips are approximately over your heels or your ankles and your torso is approximately parallel to the earth. It doesn't actually need to look like this. Your torso could be lifted, your knees could be bent, or a combination of the two. So find what works for you and take several deep breaths. All right, so to lift your torso, walk yourself forward. Then from here, we're stepping our right foot back behind us. Right foot stepping back anywhere from 1 to 3 feet back. It just depends on the length of the legs. All 10 toes are facing forward here. The back leg is going to stay straight and the front knee is going to bend. So the left knee is bent, the right leg is straight, both feet are flat on the ground. So we're looking for a little bit of a calf stretch here in that back leg. Hands can stay on the chair, or they could reach forward, or they can reach up towards the ceiling. Hands come back to your chair, straighten that front leg. So now we have 2 straight legs. And begin to bend your elbows, hinging from those hips so the spine stays long, bringing the torso closer to that front leg. So I'm letting my forearms rest on my back of the chair. If you prefer, you could bring your hands to your leg, or hands can stay on the chair. So it just depends on your flexibility, just how the legs are feeling today. Lift your torso up, rebend that front knee, step forward, back foot meets the front, and we'll switch sides. So right leg stays put, left foot steps back, 1 to 3 feet back. Again, just depends on the length of the legs, what feels comfortable. All 10 toes are facing forward. We're bending the front knee. The back leg is straight. That back heel is pushing into the ground. You're welcome to keep holding onto your chair or bring your arms parallel to the earth or reach them up to the ceiling, whatever works. Hands come back to your support. Straighten out that front leg and begin to hinge forward, bending those elbows. Maybe your elbows stay bent or straight. Maybe your forearms find the chair, or maybe your hands find your leg. Whatever feels comfortable, couple of deep breaths. Maybe noticing how this side feels compared to the first side. So probably a little different.
And go ahead and lift your torso back up. We'll bend that front knee, step forward, back foot meets the front. Let's do one more thing here. We're doing a little chair pose. So go ahead and make sure your feet are parallel, so the toes are pointing straight forward. You can decide. Feet can be together or they can be separated. Just not too wide, not wider than the outer hips or outer pelvis width. And then we'll go ahead and bend those knees, let those hips go back, little chair pose. Couple of breaths. More weight should be back on your heels than on your toes. Feel free to hold on to the chair or reach the arms forward or reach the arms up. 3 deep breaths. And go ahead and come up to stand. And let's have a seat. So coming back to your chair. Once you're seated, there's no rush. We'll just do a few cat-cows. So take your time coming back. We'll inhale, bring the chest forward and the elbows back. And exhale, round the back, curve the spine, arms can reach forward towards the knees. So inhaling cow, elbows back, chest lifts, and exhaling cat. Just a few more at your own pace. And go ahead and come to center. And let's go ahead and do a figure 4 stretch. So as always, lots of options. This is sort of my favorite thing to finish with. You can cross your right ankle over your left thigh, letting that right knee open wide. You can put your foot up onto something, a stool or a couple of pillows, and do that same rotation. So that's sort of moving you away into the right direction. Or you can take your foot over your thigh. If you're really close to having that right foot over the knee or over the thigh, but not quite, you could sit onto something higher. So add some pillows underneath your seat or sit up onto a stool, something that's higher. Once you found your position, let's start to move that torso. So we'll do those nice big circles with the torso, noticing how the stretch is different depending what position you're in. Go ahead and go the other way. Notice where the stretch feels best or most interesting to your body. And we'll go ahead and hold the stretch in whatever position you want. So for me today, it's just leaning to the side. That feels great for me. But some days it feels better to lean forward, or some days it feels better to lean back. So find what works for you. You don't need to do the same thing as me. And what you find is most of the time I'm not leaning all the way to one side, but today I am. So a big part of yoga, or what I like to think of a big part of yoga, is listening to your body and identifying what would feel good for you and what feels safe and comfortable and like a nice stretch. It's a exploration of your body. All right, go ahead and come on up. Undo those legs. You can shake them out for a moment. And we'll switch sides. So left ankle can cross over the right, and you can let the knee open out to this side. Or maybe you prop your foot up onto something. It could even be a pretty low pillow, starting to move you in that direction. Or maybe it's a stool or a coffee table, so something that's giving it a little bit of height. Or you can cross that ankle over the thigh. If you're crossing over the thigh, feel free to sit onto something higher. Whatever position you're in, begin to explore. So circles with the torso. Noticing how this side might feel different from the first side. Go ahead and circle the torso the other way. Beginning to notice where the stretch feels really nice. And when you're ready, you'll go ahead and hold the stretch. Might be the same thing as you did on the first side. It might be completely different. So for me today, it's leaning forward, but know that you might have something else. Let your jaw soften. Allow your breath to be smooth. Stick with the sensations in your body. All right, and then coming up under your legs, shake them off. And then sitting nice and tall for a moment. Let your chest be soft. Close your eyes or let your gaze soften to the ground. Let's place one hand on top of the other against your chest, against your heart. And maybe noticing any gentle movement of the breath beneath your palms. Or maybe the feeling of your heart beating. Go ahead and check in with your intention. If you set one at start of class, and just acknowledge it. And then take a moment to thank yourself for taking time to take care of your mind and your body. Palms touch in front of the heart. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining. Pleasure as always. I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday should be yoga. So now's your time if you have questions. So you can either put it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Yes, and if you need to leave, you can go.
Thank you. Always enjoy these classes. Thanks again.
You are so welcome. Thanks for being here, Francis.
How was Half Dome?
It was excellent. It was beautiful. It was very hot, but we left at 4:30 in the morning, so at least we missed some of the heat.
So you made the top?
Yes, we made it to the top. It was a great time. It took us about 10 hours. We did 19 miles and a lot of elevation. So my legs are a little bit sore, so today was good for me.
Thank you much. I will be seeing you next Wednesday.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim.
I I'm going to try to do Friday, but I don't have a wall behind me. That's a problem. So
Oh, that's okay for if for a functional fitness that
yeah,
you don't need a wall. I say that we use a wall, but you don't have to use the wall.
okay, because I don't have one. I've got the background blurred, but it's all space behind me.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Most of the time we don't even use the wall. I just like it as an option. I use it more as like your personal trainer because you can feel things
Yeah.
differently using a wall, but you don't actually need it.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Thanks for being here.
Hello, my name's Linda, and this is my first class, and I'd like to thank you very much. I certainly enjoyed it.
Awesome, Linda. Thanks for coming. Welcome, first class. Awesome.
This is Annette. I'm glad to be back. I was absent for a week and a half.
Oh, hi, Annette. I'm glad you're back too. Were you on vacation or not feeling well? Just busy?
Combination.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here again.
There. I'm Ken from San Jose, California. I'm partially sighted blind.
Hi, Kenneth. Thanks for joining. I see you have quite the background there.
Hi,
Yeah.
my name is
I got
from
this.
Poughkeepsie, New York, and
Hi,
this is
Hazel.
my third or fourth time, so I'm glad I found it. I
Yeah,
went base in New Jersey one time, and then I found GoGo, so I'm glad that I found this for my exercise. I enjoyed it.
excellent. Yeah, thanks for coming back. I recognize you. If you have your video on, I know who you are.
I couldn't find the chat button.
The chat. It's usually at the bottom of your screen. There's this sort of speech bubble, sort of bottom center of your screen, if you move your cursor down, but it sometimes takes a while for it to pop up. I also find if you're in
Okay.
full screen mode, it sometimes doesn't come up. And of course, if you're ready to go, you can totally pop off. I just like to hang out for a little bit, see if anyone has questions.
Thanks, Aedra. Have a good one. Everyone have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, and also thank you, DJ, for putting in the chat that answering Hal's question.
I was concerned.
Okay. I found it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have to enlarge drastically because of my eyesight loss. I got a visual acuity of 20 over 750, which means I need letters 2 inches tall to read, and I cannot see a car beyond 55 feet. And a brief rundown. I'm partially sighted blind, senior retired U.S. Navy submarine veteran, and living in San Jose, California.
San Jose. Oh, we're close by.
And I'm hard of hearing too. I use hearing aids, and they are definitely not perfect.
Well,
Uh,
technology is amazing, though. Hearing aids really do make a huge difference.
yeah. I, I have high frequency hearing loss, and the volume that I'm turning to makes a difference in how much it emphasizes the high frequency. And I got to get that adjusted just right, especially for voices like yours. It just comes in too much high frequency, and I have a hard time understanding the words.
Oh yeah, you got to get the right adjustments for it.
Yeah, I got to experiment. Yeah. So great session. I plan to come every chance I get.
Awesome.
Is,
Thanks, Kenneth.
is it the same time on Wednesday?
So Wednesdays is an hour earlier.
Uh-oh.
So for you and me on the West Coast, it is 9 a.m. on Wednesdays and 10 a.m. on Fridays.
Let's see, 10 a.m., 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. I'm not gonna make it. I have a blind center meeting at the Vista Center in downtown in San Jose all morning. It's Wednesdays.
Okay, well then
So
next Friday then, hopefully.
yeah, get to next Friday. And is there the replays that I could watch for Wednesdays?
Yeah, so every week you'll probably get an email about the classes, and then you'll get an email for our YouTube channel. But V will put our YouTube channel in the chat now, and you can just go there and you can see all of our past classes there that have been recorded. So there are loads of classes, so you can always go there. But then new ones get uploaded every week. They're just a little bit behind. Um, and I'm seeing in the chat,
Yeah.
Linda, thank
Okay,
you.
that'd be good.
Any questions before we close out?
Okay, thank you very much. That's it for me.
Alrighty, thanks everybody. Wonderful to have you, and hopefully I see you sometime next week. Have a great weekend.